Hello everybody and welcome to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kayla and I live on a Big 5 game reserve in Africa. So I'm actually home alone for a few days. Well, not technically home alone because I'm with Mokoena and there's also quite a few other people in camp, but my family has gone to the city for a few days. But anyway, I think I'm going to start off this video by talking about the weather, which sounds very boring until I tell you that it involves floods.
So around this time last year, the reserve completely flooded and now it's basically happening all over again. The floods this year have been really bad and it's honestly just been permanent rain. This morning I woke up to it absolutely bucketing outside, and now the little stream in front of our house is actually a proper river that you can hear at night. Last year a car even got washed away and somehow it's happened again. The roads got so bad we didn't even know if we'd be able to get home after Christmas. It's still raining every day, but I think the worst is finally over, so for now we're okay, and I'm just hoping my parents can actually get back.
So the first thing I want to do in this video is go outside and harvest some buffalo thorn leaves. So buffalo thorns are some indigenous trees that we have in our garden, and their leaves are edible, and for some reason I've just never thought to actually try and cook them, which I'm kind of disappointed in myself for, because what do you mean I've got a tree outside that's, I was going to say completely edible. It's just the leaves that are edible. And I've never tried to cook them. But today I'm going to try. But I'm looking outside and it's actually looking like it's starting to drizzle. So I'm going to have to be quick. Otherwise I'm going to get wet. But I've got my trusty basket. Well, it stopped raining. I am a pluviophile to the core. If you don't know what that means, that's someone who loves rain, and one of the main reasons I love rain is just because the bush looks so beautiful afterwards, but now with all the roads washing away and just all the damage it's doing, I'm starting to rethink my choices. The other reason I love rain is because I love the smell of it, which is called petrichor. I feel like an English teacher throwing all these words at you. But anyway, let's go harvest some leaves. Okay, we have made it to our first tree. We've got quite a few in our garden, but I'm going to start with this one. So in Afrikaans, it's actually called a waggebikkie, which translates to wait a minute. And the reason it's called that, and if you've been around these trees, I think you'll be able to agree, that's a very fitting name, because every time you walk past it, it's like the tree's way of saying, wait a minute. Like, it's really, really holding on. And it's starting to drizzle. So you want to harvest the young leaves, which are these very little light green ones, because apparently the big ones are bitter.
Quick spoiler, I definitely did not take what I just said there seriously enough, because it ended up being absolutely awful and the leaves I picked were definitely not small enough.
Apparently the big ones are bitter.
So I think it's going to take a while for me to fill a basket with enough of these to actually make a meal out of it, because we all know how much spinach and kale and all those other green vegetables can cook down to nothing. It's starting to rain quite a bit harder. It is raining a lot harder now and I am completely soaked, but there's no thunder and lightning and I haven't harvested enough and I don't want the rain to stop me, so I think I'm just going to use an umbrella. This is literally all I managed to get, so still got a long way to go. you're probably wondering why I don't just wait for the rain to stop to do this, but it has just been raining so much recently, I don't even know if I would have had the gap. And also, I've said this like 100 times in this video, but I'll say it again because I love the rain, and this just gives me an excuse to actually be out in it. And we've mostly just had thunderstorms full of lightning, so I haven't actually been able to go outside even if I wanted to. Anyway, behind me you can see the river that runs in front of our house, and usually this is tiny, so it has like doubled in size, and it's probably gonna get a lot bigger. But it's just so lovely listening to it at night now that it's actually bigger. And just so that you guys can tell just how bad the floods have been, in one of the reserves in the country, my grandpa sent me a video this morning of a literal elephant being washed down a river, so that's how you know it's bad. Well, to be fair, it was a baby and the mother was trying to catch it, but I'm just trying to put things into perspective. Having a river in front of our house is definitely not something I'll ever take for granted, because I really do just love listening to it at night. My shoes are absolutely soaked. So this is what we've got. Is it enough to actually feed 2 people? No, but I've decided I'm doing this more out of curiosity than hunger. Alright, it's a little while later now if you can't tell from the lighting, and it's finally time to give it a taste test. But I'm kind of scared because Mokwena had one taste and then she ran to the basin and spat it out. So quick disclaimer, I am not trying to be overly dramatic in this clip at all, and I promise that I am by no means a picky eater, but this was easily one of the worst things I have ever tasted. And only afterwards did I realize this is survival food, not something you eat for a Friday night dinner. It's not it's not that bad in the beginning because it's masked by the cream cheese and the onions, but then the more you chew it, the more bitter it gets. I don't think the leaves I used were young enough, so unfortunately I don't think this is something that I will make again and recommend, but it was a nice experiment. That was really hard to swallow, but anyway, I will see you in the morning. Oh my goodness, you are huge. Okay, I'm gonna catch you now. Please don't bite me. This is a winged predatory katydid, and unlike normal katydids, they actually have to hunt for their food, so that's where those pincers come in. And they are nocturnal. Wow, that's a scary looking mouth. Can you see it? I mean, for an insect, that's huge. He's really big. Go release this guy. They're very camouflaged, so hopefully nothing will be able to recognize him. Doesn't look very tasty though. So it's actually been a few days since I last spoke to you, and my parents are back from the city now, and I'm currently actually on my way to the lodge to go help out with tea. But these last few days have actually been relatively sunny. Well, to be fair, I'm saying that as the sky is super cloudy and I can literally hear thunder. But other than today, it's been pretty good. The last time we had sun like this and it actually felt like summer was when we were on holiday in December. And then I got distracted by the monkeys on the way to the lodge. Your baby's so cute! Oh my goodness. Hi. Once I arrived at the lodge, I started working in the kitchen. Today we're serving a creme caramel cake, which we usually decorate with real porcupine quills. Then I coated these little donut holes in chocolate ganache, which was honestly so satisfying. I was trying really hard not to make a mess, and sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm working in a professional kitchen, so everything has to stay clean, including my hands. I swear it felt like I had to wash and sanitize them every 2 minutes. After that, I added some edible flowers, a bit of gold dust, and some mint to make them look extra pretty. Next, I put some chopped spring onions on these savory blue cheese and onion tartlets, and while I was standing here by the window looking at the view, I couldn't help but think after all the rain, the sun finally showed up. Better late than ever, proof that even the gloomiest days can have bright endings. One of the best parts about living at a game lodge is I get to eat all the leftovers while watching an elephant.